Yes, hello, and good morning again if you've already watched the phonics, and if you haven't watched the phonics, good morning for the first time. We're going to be doing lots of stuff this week to do with reading comprehension. This one we're doing today, this one, finding information within stories, and it says here you can answer questions. It's in red, so it must be important by reading the story, also in red, therefore important. To answer a question, you need to look at the writing. The answer to the question will be in the story. So let's read this first bit here. A nature walk. Alicia and Harrison were walking through the forest. It was a sunny day, but the trees were so thick that only a little bit of sunlight made it through the overhanging branches to light their way along the path. Suddenly, Harrison stopped walking and pointed at the ground. Look, there are some animal footprints, said Harrison. I don't know what kind of animal made them, said Alicia. Let's follow them. Now, here it says, where were Alicia and Harrison walking? Tick one box. So, the answers, the possible answers here are the desert, the park, the forest, the beach. And of course, they were in a forest, and there are some trees there just to underline that. They have ticked the forest, which is obviously the right answer. Now, I know I've mentioned this to a few people in my class when we're doing this sort of stuff, that often what can be quite a good idea is to actually read the question before you read the story. So if there's only going to be a couple of questions or part of the story, if you know that you're going to be answering a particular set of questions about a sort of paragraph of text, often I think it's actually easier to read the questions first. So as soon as the answer pops up, you kind of know. So maybe if you are going to want to try that, have a quick read of those questions before you read that. Now there are going to be with some reading comprehensions, it will be a case of you have to read between the lines. Inference. The actual answer won't be there. In this one, it didn't actually use the word forest, but it talked about there being lots of trees about, it being quite dark, even though it was at the middle of the day. If it didn't use the word forest, and it then gave you these, you could probably work out that it was a forest because there's no mention of sand for either the desert or indeed the beach. And the park, there might be trees there. So, but we're not going to be doing that today. Everything that you need will be directly in the text. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the next bit here and then go away and come back with the answers later, just in case that helps anybody. So the rest of the story goes like this. Might not be safe, said Harrison. What if we get lost? We won't get lost because I have a map and a compass, said Alicia. They crept through the trees, following the tracks. As they came towards a clearing, they heard a rustling noise. Pushing through the branches, they saw a bear munching on berries. He stared at Alicia and Harrison and then plodded away. Okay, so now you've heard that. Answer these questions and then come back in a little bit for some answers.